to see you. Thank you for hopping on over to my channel tonight, or it could be the morning or the afternoon for you all. I hope you're keeping well. Just a disclaimer, I'm feeling rather tired tonight, nothing new. Back at work today. So just feeling really a bit, first day back at work is always a little bit exhausting, isn't it? So I was into my today, and I was going to do a little bit of a cop out and just show you all my birthday cards that I got, because I got some lovely cards and there's some great inspiration and I want to show you those. But instead I thought, oh, I might just, in fact I wasn't going to do a scrap cards. I had another idea, but I just haven't had a chance to play with ideas or think of ideas, and I don't want to come on and be too experimental if I don't know what I'm doing, if that makes sense. So we're just going to roll with it, and in the hope that something will happen with some scrappy cards. So I've got some bits out on my desk, and sort of roughly, I'm just tidying up as I go along, roughly bits to go together as well, so we're not here all night. That's the plan. So yeah, work life, it takes its toll, and I just think because I've just been in this new role, and now that I'm working on a Tuesday, I'm a bit tireder than I would be if I wasn't working out of the home. So there we go. I feel like I've got to explain it myself, you know. But it's good tired. It's that kind of exhausted from working tired. Changing the format then, says Sally J. Sort of. Yeah, typical me, creating on the fly, which is sometimes what I do. Sometimes I do like to be a little bit more prepared. But the other thing I did wonder about was a one-sheet wonder, but because I'm kind of working on an autumnal card, I didn't want to disrupt that too much as well. So that's my thinking. Anyway, welcome. Let's turn you over and I'll do the register to say hello, hopefully. I'm miles away. I really am. What, you can get a whole nice view of my desk, folks. Let's move some of this rubbish off the table. Okay. Oh, thank you, Sally Jo. She says, your cards always turn out lovely. Wow, you know, I try. I've just seen Catchin sneak in. Long time no see, Catchin. Nice to see you. Right, who else is in the house? We have the supportive Sally Jo, the lovely Cindy Fox Taylor, and it's Darlene. Hi, Darlene. And Sheila. Good to see you. Hi, Clary. Hi, Judy. And hello, Karen from Oregon. Nice to have you with us. Karen, is this your first time? Do just shout out if it is. Glenna, Auntie G, good to see you. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Katrin. And Mindy, lovely to see you all. So as you can see, I've got a few set piles on my desk, because when you're sorting out scraps and doing scrap cards, the easiest way to kind of come up with ideas is to put things in piles and collate your scraps. So when you've got scraps, you know, think about colours particularly, and think about what kind of themes would go together, what would work. You know, you don't want lots of background pieces and no little smaller pieces. Yeah. So when you're doing scrap cards, take the time first to sort out your scraps, and then it's easier to then compile them. That's my thinking. So I'm just going to gently push this aside, because I'm going to come back to these lot. I'm going to start with this pile here. So I've got a natural pile here of, look, it's already made for me. You don't need me here. Literally, I am just going to stick some bits and pieces together. Some things I might think, oh, we could do them a bit of an embossing, or I might want to do a bit of stamping on that. And that's how we're going to roll. Or I might just do a bit of trimming. So we're just going to sit and chat and, you know, see how this goes. So I did a bit of embossing with that lovely time-worn embossing folder, and I didn't end up using this piece. And this was an old piece of DSP that I used from a kit. So I'm just going to use my thumbnail just to roughly mark a section, because this can come in here as a bit of a background. But let's just jazz up the background a little bit. Hey, Miss Levine, how are you? And this is some more DSP. So I'm going to cut this down to 3 7/8, which is my usual kind of go-to pattern layer, by 5 5/8. So I know the background's all ready to mount on a card when I'm ready to. So let me know how your day is going. Let me know what the weather's doing, and let me know any exciting news. Excuse me. I think I will just play it safe and go with... Oh, actually, I've changed my mind. I was going to go with Ranunculus Romance, but then Quiet Meadow screamed at me just at the last minute. So I'm going to just use this scripty stamp here to just jazz up this background, because it's kind of a little bit vintagey with the browns and bits and bobs. So I'm going to see if I can reach my extra light. Oh, well, that was close. Nearly had everything fall off my table. And I've got an ink pad missing. Let's just use... Oh, shall we use soft suede? Where is Crumb Cake gone? Well, Crumb Cake has disappeared, so we're just going to use soft suede instead. Let me know if you watched the Queen's funeral. And let me know if you've done any crafting today. Let me know if you don't craft. Have you just sneaked on the channel and gone, what is she doing? What on earth? Day is going okay for Darlene today. Weather iffy, tail end of a hurricane. Roses. So I'm just, if you missed that, I've rubbed off the ink onto my brush, because I like to just recycle the ink onto my project that I'm working on. So if you're wondering what I'm doing, that's what I was doing. So, like I said, this is kind of a bit of a already made card, but we're just going to jazz up where we can. So another great way of just touching this up is I'm going to actually dab the corners into the ink. Dab the edges. They're not corners, they're edges. And just to make it coherent with the rest of this, I'm trying to look around my phone. This is a really tricky angle. Let me move you up and zoom you in. Galena watched the funeral for hours. Can I just tell... Confession time. I didn't realise there's the second bit to the funeral. I thought once she went to Windsor, I didn't realise that we'd get to actually see the rest of it. So I didn't see that bit. And I was trying to get on with other stuff as well. So look at the difference that makes just by inking the edge and adding on a bit of kind of vintagey vibes. Okay, then we've got this piece here, which we could add that to it. Do we want something on the back? I think we do. I think we do. What do we want is the question. I think let's stick with our... Oh, well, of course we've got dottage, but do we want some more flowers in the background? Just thinking out loud, you know. Might, with flowers, it might take the interest off. Does she dare? Does she dare? I usually do dare. That's the trouble. Levine watched on ITV 8 AM to 6 PM. That's a long time. Okay, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to just... A good way of just experimenting is stamp on a bit that you're not going to see. So my idea was maybe to have some flowers coming down the side, but I'm not entirely convinced by it, so I'm not going to do it. I might stick with my scripty stamp though. Let's try a bit of the scripty one. So just stamp where no one's going to see it. So like if you don't like it, you could just cover it up. Yep, I think I'll do that. Just add a bit more scripty onto the actual card. Like that. Don't overdo it. And then, of course, I mean, Glenna's in the house, Miss Queen of Dotage. Dottage to you and me. Spittle to Matt. Embossing, says Sheila. Are you talking about dry embossing, Miss Sheila? Is that your thinking? It always look like mud splatters. Look how much that transforms it. Yes, Sheila's talking about dry embossing. So Sheila, are we thinking brick wall? Are we thinking time-worn paper to match, or whatever it's called, time-worn typewriter to match that? Or are we thinking something else? Oh, I've gone very glitchy. What's going on? Glitches ahoy. Hopefully it will sort itself out. It's usually the internet's fault. It's usually not anything to do with me. You wonky. I know, it's gone really glitchy. I can see it on my other device. I'm just going to ride the wave because quite often there's absolutely nothing I can do and it sorts itself out eventually. So what were we thinking? Do we want a brick wall, or I'm trying to think where I've put my other embossing folder? Oh, I do have the new seashell one. I need to use it. What's this one? Oh, I've got this I haven't used. No, it's me and my screen. I don't know why it's doing it. I'm going to use this because I've not used it already. You've just got to ride the wave, everybody. It'll go in a minute, hopefully, she says. So this is the Timberland one. Justin Timberlake. What am I on? Right, machine would be good right now. Where are you, machine? Oh, there's the time-worn one. Anyway, I don't need you. Sorry, not today. Not today, thanks. Oh, crash bang wallop. Okay, so we need plate 1 and plate 4 to do our embossing. So this is the cut emboss if you've not met him before, or her. And that's what it says on the tin. So we can run the Justin Tim. Who's that? Who's Justin Tim? Can run the folder through and miracles happen. Watch. Oh, that's nice. It leaves this lovely textured effect. Pardon me, got a burp on our work. So you might think it's pixelated now, and actually it's not. It's actually just embossing. Oh, Justin Tim is from Canada. There you go. Didn't know that one. I might have to look him up. So I'm just going to go along and add a bit more ink, just what's ever left over from my brush. And this makes the embossing show up a little bit more. Hiya, didn't get an alert, says Ellie. Well, Ellie, we might have to add you onto our WhatsApp group. Talking of WhatsApp, I've got a WhatsApp group. It's actually a broadcast, so you get notified that I'm coming live without anybody else having your number except me. I'm just going to see what this looks like tone on tone. It might be a bit much, might be a bit green overload, but I just thought as it was sticking out I will give it a go. We could also try, ooh, what about a grey? Or we could go completely contrasting with like a deep colour. Oh, that's my little marker. Hello, Miss Wendy Woo. Thumbs up, ladies, says Sheila. Thanks, Sheila. Now, look at that contrast. But is our eyes then drawn to those one flowers? Do you see what I mean? Let me just find one more neutral. I'm trying to find, I don't know if I have any cut already. So that's actually grey granite, I think, that one. Here you go. Trying to find a neutral colour. There, I think we're going to go for neutral to go with our theme. Does it need a pop of that purple? What do we reckon? I'm going to leave it because we can always add embellishments and stuff like that, or even ribbon and twine and such forth. So, what am I looking for that I can't find now? I think I put it in the... No, I think I put it in here. Oh well, I'll just... Oh, no, that's not it. Oh, here it is. Sorry, I'm talking to myself. Okay, I got some twineage. Okie dokes. Green, 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 says Sally Jo. Do you think it on the green? I'm going to stick on here because I just think it looked a bit too much green. Okay, and I want to get on and make some other cards. So this is on crumb cake. So crumb cake is a nice and neutral colour. So I'm going to stick on there. My youngest son is off to residential tomorrow for a couple of nights. And while he's away, he'll have his birthday. So that's going to be very strange. He won't be around for his birthday. So we've had a bit of a weekend celebrating just with immediate family. But I kind of don't feel like he's going tomorrow. It's all a bit of a whirlwind. Busy old month. And so yeah, it'll be quite strange not having him around. But I hope he has a great time. I think it's easier the subsequent children. The first one's always a bit scary when they go away, but the subsequent ones isn't so bad. He's going to be 12, yeah. And I think because he's been away already on other school trips, it's not like a big, massive deal compared to, you know, some of the other first school trips. Do you know what I mean? It's when they first go away, it's quite scary, isn't it? Okay, use up some of these ends. He must be one of the oldest in his year. I was always the youngest, says Ellie. Yeah, I was the youngest. I used to pride myself in being the youngest. That one didn't stick because I didn't peel it. So, yeah, he is one of the oldest, which I guess has its advantages. I guess because it's his birthday, it feels different. Yeah, it will feel different. I think I'm okay now, but I was thinking about it tonight and I was like, actually, it'd be quite sad not having him here for his actual birthday. But there we go. Not a lot I could do. And to be honest, I'd rather he go away and have a great time with something that, you know, we probably wouldn't do with him. Right, going to put a little bit of twineage in there. So I thought I'd share that with you. Where is my glue dots? Do you know what? I've had a hold on. I had a church craft group and I've not unpacked my bag from there. Really naughty, isn't it? You should just unpack straight away because it's just things just get left in the trolley. So I'm just rolling the glue dot. I'm sure a lot of you have seen this before, but by rolling it, you're just making it slimmer. I mean, that would be fun, wouldn't it? We're just going to roll you up and make you a bit slimmer in order to just stick down my twine bow that doesn't want to cooperate. There we go. It makes all the difference with that lovely rustic look. So let's have a look. Good morning, Vicky. What have I done now? Naughty Esther. She's calling me naughty. I should be calling you naughty for being up so early. And you were the shortest, so youngest and shortest in your class, Ellie. Oh, you guys like it? Thanks. These would be good. These were really nice. I don't know if you guys have missed these. These are called the Rustic Metallic Adhesive Back Dots. They went with one of the they go with one of the masculine suites. I've got a new pokey tool because I just thought it's useful to have them for class. So I've got this one's got brand new putty, which is quite exciting. Oh, thanks, Judy. She said it really came together. Beautiful card, Esther. Thanks, guys and girls. Just adding on those few touches can make all the difference. Nice and rustic. There we go. That wasn't too painful, was it? Okay, who's ready for card number 2? So, I'm tempted to this one here because it's another one that's kind of pretty much got a few bits already sorted. So I'm just gonna, I might just fussy cut these out, I'm afraid, but it shouldn't take too long. You can talk to me while I cut this out if you like. So these bits, this was left over from, again, another craft I did at church, and those who are coming to my Thursday workshop, this is a sneak peek because we'll be making this card. And this is from that lovely, I never remember its name, I had it out yesterday. What's this stamp set called? Full of Love, which it's not the most natural name for this particular stamp set. Didn't hurt at all, says Sally Jo. Love it, says Darlene. Thank you. And Vicky's doing her lovely duties as an admin and just sharing with you on the live chat where you can go shopping with me, where you can become a demonstrator with me. You know what? Just consider, if I know I've had some people say, oh, I'd like to order, like, I don't know, a big order, like for cut and emboss, or like a bigger order, that kind of big order, an order over £100. Now, did you know that for just £99 you can actually sign up to be a demonstrator? And so it's kind of worth your while maybe thinking into that. Now, becoming a demonstrator doesn't mean you've got to do lives, you've got to do workshops. If you want to stick around being a demonstrator, there are quarterly minimums. That means so much that you have to spend, but you do get your discount. When you sign up, you'll get a discount when you're shopping, and you get me being your upline. You know, what more do you want? And you get, not only do you get me, but you get my lovely team that comes with me also. Okay, so let me just quickly explain this card. This was a background of a card that I did recently under the topic Clean and Simple. And this one was a boo-boo one. I think the colour just got a bit too heavy in the background or whatever, but this was from there. So Ellie says, so you want a laugh? I used my new OAP bus pass for the first time this morning. It's the first time I've been on a bus for 20 years. Ellie went into town for her 4th COVID jab. There you go. How did it feel? How did it feel using your OAP card? Was it exciting? So these bits in here, I've got my in-laws' 50th wedding anniversary coming up. Actually, it's day after Seth's birthday is my in-laws' wedding anniversary. And I used these bits and pieces on their card. I don't think my mother-in-law would watch this just yet, so I could probably show you the card I made, because I started videoing it, but it just, yeah, let's not talk about that. No, I started videoing it. What went wrong? I'm just wondering if I need to just chop this down a bit or just flick this. Oh, where? Oh no, that's there. Might just need to change the composition because it was just getting a bit heavy on one side. So I'm just changing the composition around a little bit, which means I can afford to have maybe space on the bottom for a sentiment. You haven't missed much. I'm just using scraps and I made this card, okay? So I was going to show you the card that I made for my in-laws, wasn't it? What have I done with it? It took me a good few attempts. So this is the outside. So you can see where the little bits come from that. And then, so they were away for a few days holiday. And so we went to their house and we did some decorating. And I printed off some photos, which I put into black and white. And we hung up this nice photograph bunting and I did a garland of gold hearts and things. So that came together really nicely. Hi, Jackie. So Ellie said, I thought I was at first, but the bus takes so long and goes such a long way around. There was a lot of unpleasant odours too. She was glad for the face mask. Right. And then inside, ta-da! So it's one of those cool pop-up book folds. So yeah, like I said, I've not recorded this. It just took too long to make it in the end. But maybe I'll come back and show you how to do this one day. But there you go. I quite like the fact that it's a bit plainer at the front and then you get that nice impact in the middle. And the idea was, to have a nice book or something that could sit on your shelf for longer than just your 50th anniversary. So there you go. Sneak peek of that for you. Just put that away. Okay, so that's where those bits are from. So I think I'm going to leave this like this. Use that. Use the stamped image underneath. Maybe add another leaf there. And then just have a sentiment down there. Let's do this. So this, I'm just going to crinkle up a little bit to add a bit of texture. Just trying to figure out if I want anything else mounted up. I think these and that. Okay, everything basically. Right, let's grab out the little dottage. The dots, not the dottage. Sorry, I'm getting kind of more excited. That's so cool. Please show us how. Oh, yeah, I will do. Maybe I will save that for another video for another day. Just trying to find my smaller. There they are. That'll do. Right, so let's untuck everything. So what I like doing is when you pop on dimensionals, you don't need it everywhere, but just pop it on the bits that you want popped up, if that makes sense. So particularly like tops of flowers or edges of butterflies, that type of thing. So you get some elements popped up and some not. I think it looks nice that way. Excuse me, I'm going to yawn. Oh, I'm so sorry. Have I got any tea left? I've got 2 mugs. It's a bit like a truth or dare thing. One's got like really old coffee. And that one's got cold tea from today. Right, where were we? Yes, let's stick this flower. So again, just want to go around the edges to pop up the edge of the rose. So imagine being married for 50 years. It's a long time, isn't it? It's a long, long time. More than my lifetime. I think, marriages should be celebrated. So it's nice that when people have reached those amazing milestones. Did I show you? I didn't show you the cross stitch I did for them, did I? I've wrapped it all up already, I'm afraid. So I'm just going to bring this back in just to figure out how far in it should go. I didn't put any glue on that, did I? There we go. Yes, the glue's squishing out a little bit, but that's okay because I'm just going to move you to the side for the minute. So yeah, rather than just having just gold, I thought, you know, it's quite nice to add a bit of colour into the mix. And not just do gold, because it's nice to... Sometimes it can look a little bit old-fashioned, just having lots of gold, where it's nice to add a bit of colour, I think. So yeah, in a sense, the hard work has been taken out of me, because these bits are already cut out, but they're doing nothing in a box. They're sitting there doing nothing. So it's quite nice to actually use them and make use of them. Sally Jo says, my mum and dad had their 50th 3 years ago in June, and then dad died in the October. Oh, Sally. Yeah, you were glad they reached their milestone. Oh, bless. Yeah, that's nice to have, you know, those memories of being able to say that they reached their milestone. Sorry for your loss. So we're going to add the leaves up on a little hump and a bump. Now, what sentiment do we think should go on here? And then while you're thinking, I'm going to look at what card I might want to mount it onto. Ah, oh, praise God for that. She says, it comes to us all, home with Jesus now, so can't be all that bad. Amen. That's wonderful. That's what I'm looking for. I love this colour. I suppose it's quite a 90s colour. It's a sort of colour that your bridesmaids would wear in the 90s. Now, is that too much? Do we want a little double mountage? Might be cutting it a little bit fine, but it's doable. Thinking of you cards are always nice. It's nice on the blue, says Ellie. Just wondering again whether your eye gets drawn to that blue. Okay. Let's go double mount, shall we? I know you lot love a double mount. Oh, you like the blue? Double is gorgeous, right? Let's go double. So we'll do this one 3 7/8. Wendy, I haven't had a chance to catch you recently on a Saturday. Sorry about that. Life gets in the way, you know. Right, we're gonna do this. We're gonna carefully chop it. I'm gonna, oops. Do you know what, I've done it now. Let's just do it. Oh, that was a bit close, Esther, a bit close. I think anyone will notice I bent the leaves over. By 5.5. 5.5. That doesn't look enough. Let's have a look. Scrunch the edge a little bit. Okay, that's nice. That's nice. It looks like a congratulations card to me, or an anniversary type card. Somebody was talking about best wishes the other day, because we've on this channel we've said that best wishes is good for all occasions, covers happy birthday, etc., etc. But when I was talking to another group of people, they were saying I think that they associate it with best wishes as in, yeah, like more like get well soon or that type of thing. So it's interesting how people perceive different different sayings. I could leave it blank also. Now I wonder whether to rough up the edges, because that's roughed up. Do you know what? I'm going to go a little bit wild. I'm going to rough up the old edges. Now I know some of you, Sheila, naming no names, not keen on the roughing up of the old edge. But sometimes needs must. Sometimes it calls for it, especially if you've got a little bit of a nick in it or something like that. So I've just opened my sharp scissors, and you just run the blade along the edge of your card. Does it blunt your scissors? Probably a little bit, but I'm not doing this all the time with my scissors. So you get a free bit of card fluff. So just take off any fluffies. But what it does do on the brighter side is it just kind of makes it pop even more and bring it to life. So I'm just going to bring that up so you can see that. Now if you wanted to, I don't know if this is the right colour, we could maybe just add a little bit of green to the edge to make it pop even more, just because I can. I think this needs oh, that's too dark. Yes, you. Come out. You're up. The time is up. Or this one. I think the more delicate one, actually. Sorry, you can go back. I use just a note, just to say, and just because greetings a lot, that's a good idea. So I'm just going to see if I can pop one of these bendy bows. When I say bendy bow, you kind of bend it like that. Stick it in somewhere. Yeah, that's quite fun. I don't want to cover up all my stamping on the card, so I've just shoved it in there. I will stick it down properly. Oops. But then I don't leave myself a lot of room for a sentiment. But wait, I've got an idea. It's okay. I'm going to stick him in there. Make him nice and there. Gigi. Good, nice. Somewhere around here. Let's have a look. Where are you? Oh, might be a bit small, a bit big rather. But this came with a card kit, so these are worth hanging on to. So I've got just a little note, and I think it needs to go with the Orchid Oasis. Hello, Janice. Nice to see you, Miss Janice. Right, what are the chances? Let's do this. Esther's feeling brave. So she's just gonna do it. Do a little testy stamp first. Okie doke. Oh, I feel like I'm gonna have a great big old smudge if I do that. So let's just. Take that off. Just in case. You know, want to avoid any accidents. And ciao. Oh yes, how pretty. That worked out, didn't it? Oh. G'do. Right, let's get sticking. How are we off the old time? Okay. That really threw me then. I forgot I started at 8:30. Sometimes it surprises me how long cards actually take to make. If people only knew. And this wasn't starting from scratch, remember. This is, you know, having things already cut out. I mean, I am talking. That takes up a lot of the time. Love it. Which kit did that greeting stamp come from? Now you're asking. Wasn't watercolour something or other? Oh, that's going to throw me. I can't remember the name of the kit, but it came with a cardboard box. If anyone can remember, I'm going to sneeze. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. It's not going to have the name of it on the box. It came with this box. No, not a recent kit, but sort of last year maybe. Not ancient type thing. Did I stick that down? Did I put glue on there? Yes, I did. Thank you. Yes, the card fluff. There we go. Right. Let's get some embellies on here. Oh, the pearls are calling to me. I wasn't going to use pearls, but you know, sometimes. Come on, tell me this happens to you, that like things speak to you and you're like, use me, use me. No, it's just me. See, that's a pretty colour to match. But I'm not feeling that, you see? Oh, excuse me. Started now. Those are nice to match as well. Maybe we'll use a mixture of those and the pearls. Maybe those. Those are a maybe. So, ooh, that doesn't quite colour match. Is that going to bug me? Let's find out. Oh, my just a note is hiding. Let's put one down there. No, I don't think it's bothering me enough to not have them on there. Oh, thank you, Brian. Brian's paying me lovely compliments. Thanks, Brian. So I'm going to space these out a little bit. This is going to be one fancy just a note card. Just a note, but guess what? It's only just a note, but it's a big note because, you know, I love you lots to give you such a fancy card. Just saying. Oh dear. Oh, pretties. Oh, do you know what? We're here now, we might as well. Sorry guys, but you know, Oh, I love that colour combo, says Ruthie, hopping on. What is the tool you're using to pick up the embellishments with? This one. This is called a take your picker tool. So this end has got a putty end, and the more you turn it, the more the putty comes out. This end has a pokey tool. You untwist it and it's got a little spatula on the other side. So that's quite handy for scooping up embellishments and such like. But also they are interchangeable. So they come with other ends as well. You get your embossing end, which you only get one handle, but you get all the tools with it. But I happen to have 2 handles. And then you can also buy an additional brush end as well. Very handy tool. So I was going to, if I can find it, yes, put on some more pearly whirlies. Sorry, I'm shaking it down. Love your card, May May. Thank you. Yeah, I call it a pick-me-up tool. But the technical term is take your pick. So this is the, what is it? What is it, Esther? I'm concentrating. Pearlized enamel effects, and this comes in 3 colours. You get the pearly white, a red, and a metallic black. I'm just going to add just oopsies. Now this is where the little, did you see that? Can you see that? This is this is where my little spatula might come in handy if I can find it. Find my spatula end. Sounds like bachelor, my bachelor end, spatula. Anyway, and I'm going to just scoop this up, see if that works. Ta-da! Do you think I saved the day with the spatula? That was a good example, wasn't it? But give it time to dry. Don't be hasty. Just touch these little things. Give it, I would literally leave it overnight. So I feel like I just need. And they don't tend to dry with a peak. They tend to dry, you know, a little bit domed. Do the double, says Ruthie. Ruthie, are you behind? You might want to skip forward a bit. Forward the video. When people leave comments like that, I'm thinking, I think they're a few minutes behind. There we go. They've turned out rather elaborate. I wasn't expecting my cards to turn out this elaborate tonight. Have we got time for another one at a time? Oops, I'm getting all sorts of notifications. 20 past. Have I just dipped my finger in that? No, I didn't. I'm going to have to move some of that. Move that somewhere to dry even. Move that somewhere to dry. Talking different language. The other one that is sort of, oh, there's a couple actually. There is a floral one. I was going to go Christmas just then, but there is this one here, which might not take too long to knock up. Let's have a quick look. I was thinking something like that. You know, along those sort of lines. I can see, I'll have to go back to see the first. Got a great save, thank you. Architect. Let's just knock this one up quickly. Okay, let me think about maybe a yellow, like those sunflowers shine, you know, get a nice little glow from the yellow. Let the sun shine. Might need a bee. And that bit needs obviously cutting down. And I can't find my... Oh, there you are. I've been looking for you. I feel like this needs a little bit of colour. I was just about to say I can't find my turquoise brush, and then it appeared. Oh, I might as well colour the whole thing in. Like so. This is a nice cheery one, like a collagey cheery card. Cheery collagey card. A B is what I was looking for. Oh, not really sure. What it is. Oh, ta-da! I could use one of the gold bees. Perfect. Perfect. Right, I think I need to mount this. Oh, the other thing I do have is these. And these like sticky little hexagons. Oh, can use those. Right, cool. Let's think about what we want to mount it on. This green card has been sitting there and it keeps coming out. Wonder if I need it on a piece of white first. The white looks a little bit stark. Okay, we're going to go straight on here, I think. I might just tear this edge to make it the same, to see what's on the other side. So this is soft sea foam, it's the base card. Just going to stick that straight on top. And just, because I've used liquid glue, I can just wiggle that on. Come on. And then use my fake Ellie scissors. They're fake because mine are just cheapies. I know Ellie's got posh scissors. And then we can think about where these are going to go. Where's my little bee? You hang around there. You'll be happy there. Okay, and now do we want to bring this? No, let's just leave it. Yeah, I think let's just, this is one of those cards. It's like, you know, like a collagey card. You could just go for it and anything goes. You could put clear Nouveau drops in the middle of the sunflowers. I don't have any clear, but thank you for that lovely suggestion, Anne. Don't have any clear, although I've got clear glue, that could work. Just going to snip off that tiny weeny overhang. And I forgot my twiny stuff. Did that go back in the box? Oh, I've lost him already. He's gone walkabouts. Where has he gone? There he's gone. Should we use some of this? I'm wondering about this. I don't know whether this green is not quite. Oh, where's my twine disappeared to? Right. We use this. It's funny, I did buy a bow maker for my class because sometimes my ladies struggle with the bows, and I've not actually got it out to use it and try it and to find out how to use it. So Lisa says, I wish my scraps were this nice. Now, I've had that comment every time I make a scrap card. I think I'll get at least one person saying that. I know what you mean, but it's the nature of the trouble. I tell you what I don't do. If I'm die cutting, I don't die cut a whole load. Sorry, I'm just thinking. I feel like I could do something down this edge. I only die cut. I tend to die cut what I need, so I don't have a lot of dies left over. And then these scraps are kind of experiments or bits that haven't, worked out or that type of thing. So I'm just wondering if I should use the little hexagons on this side. I think I might do that. Or, got another idea. Can use the hexagon shape. For my collage-y look. Sorry, it went all quiet then. Yeah. So, and I've tried to vow to myself not to have a scraps drawer, but it's turned into a scrap box, and sometimes you do need somewhere just to chuck your scraps. And yeah, they're getting a little bit, I don't like them accumulating too much, because you end up using all the good ones and all the rubbish stuff just gets left. And yeah, it just ends up accumulating and you don't end up doing anything with it. So there you go. I mean, what kind of scraps do other people have? Do you not have some stamping that you've done and things like that? Let's get these popped up. 3 cards in 3 hours. Wow, that's quite a long time. But then, like I said, just goes to show, even though they're scrap cards, there's still a little bit of thinking involved. But it's nice because you just get to play. And what I love about scrap cards, and I've said this before and I'll say it again, I would have never made this. I would never have got out all the pieces and gone, right, I'm going to make this card, because it just wouldn't have happened. But because they are scraps and they're bits that I've now put together, this card is now made. That's what I love about it. So, are we thinking we need some of these? If so, where? So, now I don't know whether to... just do a little bit down here. I do have a container. I should go through it and use up some extra pieces. There you go. Go and just see what's in there and just use them up. And you'll make a card that you never would have put together before unless it was for your scraps. Because these are just all bits and pieces from separate projects that come together to make that last project. That's what I find exciting about it. Okay. And it means those scraps don't have to go back now, they've been used. Still feel as if this got a little bit of emptiness here. Don't know. I'm wondering about don't know. I've got no idea. my brain is going like this. It's just slowing down. Oh dear. My poor brain can't cope anymore. Right, I'm going to stop there because I literally can't think anymore, and I'm going to call it a night. I've been on for an hour. It's plenty of me for your Tuesday. And yeah, I need to just switch my brain off for a little while. Oh dear, excuse me. Right. A head of a sunflower, that would be nice. I wonder, yeah. Oh, just thinking about this stamp set. If I could just, if I stamped, just did a little bit of stamping there. Let's try it. You know me, I'm all for trying. It's the same size block, Esther, that you've just picked up, I'm sure it is. What colour did I use there? I'm going to go like Sahara. And just see if I can just... Whoa, I like that. That's nice. Yeah. Do you know what? I think that completes it. I know that sounds a bit funny, but just needed some detail. Oh, there you go. Thank you. Who suggested that? Anne. Thank you, Anne. Draw a couple of black lines down the right side. Yeah, you could. Oh, I've just another idea. Oh, there's me trying to hop off. You lot. And that's my phone coming back to life. I just thought I could use the faux stitching, couldn't I? I mean, I might have to switch this off. Switch the notifications. Okay. Let's do that. Let's move you out the way in case you get squashed. Bring out Sahara. Oh, thank you, Darlene and Glenna. They're saying they love all my cards. Well, hold on a minute. It's going to be time to vote in a minute. I'm just going to run that stitching stamp across the top and along the sides, and then up here. I'm not going to try and go over that. There you go. I love that detail. I love collagey cards sometimes because they're just, like I said, they can be not thrown together. They're very thought through, but they just, you know, you can just go for it a bit more. I'm just going to put this down so you can see clearly now. And isn't that interesting? It's that jar set on those ones. So that was number 1, that's number 2, and that was number 3. There you go, cards that I would have never ever have put together before until tonight. So please go ahead and place your votes. Card number 1, card number 2, card number 3. So in exhibit number 1, we've got the vintagey vibes using the Jar of Flowers stamp set. This, I don't know if you remember, I made a decoupage card on a live. That was from that. Or is it exhibit number 2, which was from a clean and simple card, believe it or not, and some offcuts from my in-laws anniversary card? Or is it card number 3, which I've got no idea what that was from? But there you go. I love them all. I love them all, they say. Thank you. Number 1 for me, says Sally Jo, but they are all charming. Vicky says she loves the stitchery set. All beautiful cards, Esther. Thank you. Yeah, I do love the stitchery, and I sometimes forget about it. So sorry about that. It's tied, said Vicky. They're all too lovely to choose a favourite. You guys are very what's the word? Diplomatic. And that was from Papered Prairie. Cindy Fox Taylor says it's hard to decide. All are lovely, lovely, but one is my favourite. I can't choose. They're all equal my fave, says Glenna. First one is my fave, but I like them all. Yes, I like. I know what you mean. This has got like a really nice earthy, vintagey vibe, hasn't it? Feels like it might need a brass butterfly on it. Let me just bring them up to the screen and then I'm going to just say goodbye, because I think quite often I've had people say to me when they've seen the cards in real life, it looks nothing like what it looks on the screen. And I know what you mean, because what you see obviously is 2D. You don't get to see them in 3D. So they look very different in real life compared. And you don't get a sense of that 3D. Lisa says, first one is my favourite, but I like them all. Vicky says, love the vintage, but 2 is standing out, but the 3 is just as pretty. Yeah, 3 is just different. I think it's just a completely different style. More collagey. There you go. Thank you, folks. Thank you. They came out better than I thought, to be honest. Can I be honest with you? Yeah, they did come out better than I thought, but it just goes to show, sort through your scraps, find like-for-like colours, think about a background, think about maybe some layering, think about a focal feature, and then add your ribbon and your embellishments. Let's say that again. Think about your background, think about your layering, think about a focal feature, think about your ribbon and your embellishments. That's 4. I don't know, I got to number 6 on my fingers then. But there you go. Oh dear. Right, so this is my new time. I'm coming on at 8:30 now on a Tuesday rather than 9 o'clock. Just because of work, and it helps me just have a little bit more downtime before the next day. So thank you once again for joining me. Thank you all for your support, and I really do mean that every time I say it. I do appreciate you, because you keep my channel going basically, and you keep me wanting to do this despite feeling jaded and tired and fed up and whatever. I can come on here and I've gone, do you know what, that was worth it. I've had fun, and a lot of the time I can knock off the creativity from your ideas as well. So that's great. Not forgetting the Pearlized drops are on offer currently. Thank you, Jackie, for that. I've not had a close look at the list. So there is a weekly offer going on at the moment. So you might want to check that out with your demonstrator. And if you don't have one and you live in England, the UK, Germany, France, Austria, the Netherlands, and very soon to be Belgium and Ireland, then do check out my shop for your purchases, and if you're interested in signing up. Take care. Thank you. Love you all. God bless you, and hopefully I'll catch you next Tuesday, by which time Seth would have gone on his residential and come back again. He would have had his birthday, and we would have had anniversary celebrations as well. So it's all go, go, go. Take care. Bye for now.